walked into the Crypt of Heart?
There's no time for pleasantries or interrogations. Thoat Replicanum is summoning maligraphies, creatures of ink. The Infinite Archive is filled with books, and therefore, ink. You can see how this is suboptimal, right? Daedra. I saw her name scrawled in many margins, but it took the ink attacking for me to put the pieces together. Research can be uncomfortable, even painful. This is unprecedented. I have a plan to combat her, though I lack the skills to enact it. Mimics are the true names of Daedra. If we collect the pieces of Thoat Replicanum's Mimic, we can use it to summon her and rid the Infinite Archive of her malaise. At least that's what I hope happens. I'm not destitute, if that sways you. That door will take you into the archive. The maligraphies are the best lead we have, so head toward orbs of unstable ink, and you'll find them. I'll watch and offer advice when I can, but I'll leave the fighting to you. It's not my forte. They resemble the contents of the text itself. Most of the books here in the archive are historical accounts. They seem differently tempered as well. Some are peaceful, many hostile, and almost all have different skills and strengths. Think about it this way. A book can discuss a king as a vicious conqueror or a benevolent philanthropist. Both of these descriptions could be true, but a text must choose one. As for the differences in strengths, not all authors are equally skilled. I can usually tell after they attack. Most of the maligraphies will fight you, but that doesn't mean that all of them will. Just keep an eye out for any that behave violently. Then you underestimate the power of the written word. Remember that these characters, as you called them, aren't in their books anymore. A sword made out of ink is still a sword. I have the scars to prove it. It all comes back to ink. The maligraphies are made out of the book, and I've seen Thoat Replicanum scribbled across the margins of many pages here. I'm practiced enough at research to know when I'm on the cusp of discovery. The Nimic is a Daedra's true name. If we hold the Nimic, we'll be able to control her to some capacity. I'm not powerful enough to banish her from the archive outright, but I think I have enough magic to summon her. The Infinite Archive holds written records of events that were, or that could be. There were others who called this place home, but they're dead to the archive. I didn't think that was possible. The Infinite challenges many of my assumptions. Threads of fate bind everything in the archive to the index. If the threads break, the item is returned to safety. This protects the tomes, but it is helpful should an accident-prone researcher bury his nose in a book and walk off a cliff. And now it appears some of the inhabitants of the archive no longer have the protection of the threads. I have no idea why that is so, and it disconcerts me. I would be lost if I was no longer bound to the index. That giant orb. Since it's tied to everything in the archive, we use it to locate books throughout the infinite expanses. This place would be a headache to navigate without it. You'll see evidence of them as you travel. I know of a few who aren't dead to the archive, but I'm not sure if they encountered the maligraphies yet. I'll do my best to steer you toward them when I can. They could help you.
You're a warrior like me. I assume you know something about how annoying it is to lose. I didn't even make a mistake. Those monsters just killed me. Well, I'm not going to lie in my proverbial grave and let them get away with it. You could start by making those fabled malligraphies wish they'd never crawled out of their books. I'd kill them myself, but the Index won't let me enter the archival wings. Knowing that there are fabled out there makes me want to punch a wall. Because I would still be alive if it weren't for them. They severed my threads of fate, all my hard work, erased. But you can do what I can't. Make them pay for what they did to me, and I will pay you. Stay on your guard in there, and don't underestimate anything. All the enemies you defeat will only lure you into a false sense of confidence. That's when they get you. They're strong malligraphies created from the journals of the Archive's old inhabitants. They'll look like Hermaeus Mora cultists, but they won't be friendly. They usually take a little bit of time before they make an appearance in the archival wings. I thought it was because they were intimidated by my skills, but now I know better. They're stronger than you expect. I'm not sure. It usually took exploring a few different archival wings to find one. Those bastards are probably waiting to see how much of a threat you are before revealing themselves. They see the Archive as a challenge or something. I heard that I could fight an entire army's worth of enemies here with no real mortal danger. Imagine my surprise when the threads of fate I heard so much about didn't save me from death like they were supposed to. As I understand it, they tie all the living creatures and books here to the Index. I suppose the threads act as security against the dangers of the Archive. Dying severs a thread. Lose too many, and you're returned to this chamber. Master Malkest and the Filers are too busy with the other troubles in the Archive to look into what happened. But that is not what bothers me. I am not upset about the Index's lapse. I am furious at the creatures who severed my threads.
I would sell you a map of the Infinite Archive, but it won't fit on your mortal papers. Besides, the scribes who went in there last haven't returned. You'll just have to be content with everything else I have available.